Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Golden Gad. If you haven't met me before, I do esports content with League of Legends as well as One Piece and Pokemon TCG content as well. And today we have yet another video for One Piece TCG, and this one is going to be a pretty interesting opening. It's not going to be just one booster box, it's going to be a couple products that I happened to pick up from Target actually. So I actually was able to get a couple pretty cool finds out in the wild. Of my own volition. This is actually March 6th, so it's a bit early for me to actually pick it up, but I just decided to stop by since I saw some Targets were actually stocking this product early on, and I ended up actually picking some up. So today we have this illustration box. I believe this is 2. Yep, there you go. Illustration box 2. It's got the Yamato, the 5-cost Rush, and then Black Maria. We all know her and love her, of course. This is the 3 you get to add. Basically all the Dawn you can ever imagine back to your Dawn deck and play it rested. So basically it's a way to get back up in curve. So very strong card there and a really cool alt art here. We'll unbox them obviously on camera so you get to take a peek at it. This is obviously illustration box 1 here. As same thing, it comes with the 2 Legends packs and the Wings of the Captain, as well as now Onami. This is the Onami blocker, not the one. Well, the other one's also Onami blocker, but this is the one that's a conditional blocker, 1K. So definitely not as good as the 4-cost one. But if you look over here, this is the Boa Hancock, 4-cost, 6K. You know her. You probably hate her, to be honest. Unless you're a Dofi player, then you love her. Very powerful card. I mean, if it gets banned, it'll be very interesting. But either way, this is the alt art of this card, and that's why I expect this box to be worth quite a bit on the aftermarket, but finding it in the wild, trust me, I'm down for that. These were just 20 bucks a piece. On top of that, we got these One Piece Luffy Special Dawn sets. I got 2 of them just so I can get 2 Loot Dawn cards here, because I like, if I could get like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, that's a cool Dawn card set. But this also comes with 2 packs, surprisingly. 1 guaranteed OP08, and then you could either get an OP06 or an OP07. So a little bit of a gotcha there in that one. And then finally, we got probably one of the main attractions here, the 2 PRB backs. Hey, as a citizen of Scalper Nation, just kidding, as someone who has tried to combat some scalpers, I'm going to, Target places a 2 limit on things, and it's not really that enforced. If you could definitely go and grab a bunch. But for me, I think it's definitely good for the collecting space if I grab my allotment so other people can feel the same joy I did walking into that Target and seeing that entire One Piece section stocked up and ready to roll. So that's what we got on the docket today. So looking pretty spicy today. But before that, you know me, I always like to do some collection updates before I actually, get into the video. And today I only have 2 cards for you. One of them being this one, currently in a little bit of cardboard. So let's just open it up on camera here. This is going to be a pretty interesting card. I'm sure some people have not seen it before, as it is a Japanese exclusive, part of something called the Girls Collection in Japan. Kind of weird that never showed up in America, but, I get it. So here we go. We're just going to flip this open here. And here it is. This Nami from the Girls Collection. This is the non-For Asia version, so sometimes you'll see a stamp up here that says For Asia. That means that it was printed for generally Southeast Asia area, but it's still printed in Japanese. So they'll put a stamp that says For Asia in the top. So you'll see that pretty commonly with some of these promo boxes that do end up going there, but not to the US. Generally, the For Asia ones are cheaper, but also I think they're less attractive as a buy, because guess what? You got a stamp on it, and it's not an attractive one. It literally is like plain text format For Asia. So here we go, out of the sleeve now and into my hands. So pretty cool. I think it's a super unique art, a card you're never really gonna see if you are going to like trade shows and stuff like that, because it's just not easy to stock. Price wise, not too bad. I think I paid about 15 bucks on it, which I think is definitely worth it for such a unique card. There's really nothing else drawn like it. Shout out to the artist here. We got, I believe that says I Nina. So pretty awesome there. So I'm just gonna sleeve this up real quick, and then we could get into the real stunner from my collection update. So, I showed up a couple videos ago this Boa Hancock from OP04 in English, and I said, oh, this is one of my favorite cards ever. So of course I'm going to spend a pretty healthy sum there. So, yeah, I definitely did. But also, there was another card that I believe I mentioned during that video, but I actually picked up the other card that I think is one of the nicest in the game. And that is, of course, Onami. Special rare from, I believe, OP-08. Just a freaking beautiful card. You got Nami and Otama. I haven't gotten that far. I'm not in Wano just yet for reading the manga. I'm currently sitting at around the Thriller Bark. No, not Thriller Bark. What is it called? Caesar Clown. That's Punk Hazard. That's it. Punk Hazard arc right now. So we're really getting to interact with Law and kids soon to be introduced. So pretty cool stuff there. But this Onami card, absolutely beautiful. Just ignore that. That's on the sleeve. Pretty awesome. I love this card so much, so I'm pretty glad to pick it up. I actually went to Collecticon in LA. Was able to get this for a decent price. Obviously, it's a very expensive card, especially with some of these higher-end One Piece cards. Really going up in price. I feel like when we hit OP11, things are going to go out of control, so trying to pick up some things as we go on. But honestly, this is an amazing card that I really do love going forward. But that's pretty much all I got for collection updates. Not that many, but very big chases for me. Not going to lie. So let's just get into it. I think we're going to start with the PRB packs. I know people are going to say, oh, that's the main attraction. But no, we're going to start with it because they're just one pack here. A little less variance than other things here. So let me just crack it open. Looks like you can tear up here. Oh, here we go. Trying to open these blisters is always a challenge for me. Yeah, we'll just do it the completely brutish way. And just rip that open, pull the pack out. So we only get one per blister, so it makes sense. It's about $5, which if you look at the price of PRB right now, is a very good rate. But also with these blisters releasing, it really does give me hope that we'll get a booster box reprint of PRB, because honestly the prices are getting pretty out of control. And Japan, if you didn't know this, actually did get a PRB booster box reprint not too long ago. So after EBO2, we got a bit of a reprint with the special dash pack, which actually includes the cards from the illustration box, but in Japanese. So, just saying, we still have the opportunity to get more PRB here in the West. So, I would say, don't blow your load right now. I would say give it a little bit of time, especially with some of these packs. So these are fresh packs, which is pretty awesome. The thing about One Piece is because box rates are generally very determined, it's hard to justify for me to buy packs out in the wild, just like, okay, let me buy like 10 loose packs, because I don't know the history of the box. They could have just opened up the hits and then left all the trash packs and sold those, which is, let's be honest, what I'd expect more of. So being able to get some kind of seeded packs is definitely something very interesting here. So BRB I have opened up on this channel before, so you're expecting Jolly Roger foils. So here's our rare slot, just a Satori, pretty good card there. Okay, we got an SR. Not too bad. Charlotte Parasparrow, extremely playable for Charlotte Pudding, and also the upcoming, well, not upcoming, but kind of the resurgence of Katakuri as well with some of the new purple cards. Oh, I'm getting a little spoiler here. I would really love to get a Hollow Dawn here. We got Arlong Thrill for that Straw Hat foil. Well, I think it's called the Jolly Roger foil, but I don't know. I like calling it that. Got Eustace Kid here as the Dawn. So no big hit in this one, but still love this set. Can't really say anything poor about it. Let's continue. And we got our second PRB pack here. Obviously one of the best sets ever created. We got Kingdom of Germa, just normal here. We got Tony Chopper, Wiper. Move this. I realize I'm not doing this in the most optimal manner. Okay. We got Victoria Sindri, Bello Betty. Okay, so that's the kind of staple card of Bello Betty herself. We got Trafalgar Law, Blocker. Soon to be an extremely good card with Trafalgar Law OP10 releasing in just a week or so. As we get, okay, Sanji's Pilaf. This is actually, wow, this is actually the textured foil of the Sanji's Pilaf. So I don't know if you could tell right there, but there's actually texture on this. So this is actually a hit. I'm not sure the price of it, but still awesome to get an actual hit in one of these packs. We got Barrier here as our Jolly Roger. And then finally a Luffy Dawn. Believe it or not, I've opened 2 boxes of PRB. This is my first ever foil, non-hollow Luffy Dawn ever. So, I mean, that's just insane. That's my kind of hit rate there, but still pretty cool nonetheless. But awesome to get an actual hit It's really hard to demonstrate on camera, besides maybe seeing some of that texture in the top left, but it's still a very cool card. And yeah, that's definitely going straight to the collection because, you know, textured events are really unique just to PRB. There's a lot of things that are unique to PRB, but that's definitely one of the cool ones. You don't need to get the full art one. There is a full art Sanji's Pilaf, of course, but the textured events are very cool. So, honestly, worth it. $10 for that. Pretty good a value. As now, we're going to get into this Luffy Dawn set. So I saw this Dawn on Twitter, and I'm gonna call it Twitter. That's what it is to me. I saw it on Twitter, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. Like just the way the texture hits it. So I decided to pick up a couple. And as I'm not the biggest fan of Sabo or Ace, I'm more of just Luffy. I just decided to pick up 2 Luffy ones, even though I did have the option of picking up the Ace. In an 8-pack, by the way, they didn't open it up at Target. It was literally you could just buy the whole display, like the booster, which I think could be worth a decent amount, but to be honest, I'm not doing it for the value, I'm doing it for the collection, so to me, didn't seem that worth it, as I'd much rather have the Luffy Dawn. So very curious to see what pack we get. Obviously, we're going to get some... Okay, cool, we got actually OP-07 here, which is probably what I prefer. Okay, as we get... Here we go. This is the Luffy Dawn right here, and then here we go, OP-07. So OP-07, soon to come, but teaser, we got booster box coming. From EU, so it's going to take a bit to ship, but that's pretty much the entire contents of this box. We got the Dawn here. I'm going to pull that out of the cellophane. Oh my god, the Pokemon collectors are screaming at me. Don't take it out of the cellophane. It loses all its value. No, I don't. I'm doing this to collect. Why would I not take it out of the cellophane? Crazy people. No, I'm kidding. I understand, like, oh, keeping, like, the purity, you know, it's in, like, perfect condition, but not necessarily if you keep it in that cellophane. But let's look at the texture here. As you can see, like, it's got like a very, very subtle texture, but it makes the colors, well, particularly the changes in the shading of black, pop very well. I really think it's a really cool Dawn, especially if you like Straw Hats. So let me just see what the other box actually holds in store for me, and then we can start cracking open these packs. A little bit more of a chaotic video. I do apologize for that, but at the same time, this is a pretty unique arrangement of things to pick up. So once again, we get the same exact Luffy Dawn. Not going to pull that one out just yet. And we got yet another OP-07 pack. So no OP-06 in this one, but honestly, with the other box, I'm very glad to just get OP-07 as my couple. So as far as these packs are concerned, obviously, OP-07, my main target for pulling is the treasure rare, Luffy. I think it's super cool. And then OP-08, any of the SPs, I think are my main focus. So let's see. These are also pretty untarnished packs. So we're going to start with OP-7 as we're just going to crack through them. Let's see what we end up pulling out here. So I'm not too sure. I've never actually opened any packs of OP-07, so this is a pretty unique experience here for me. There we go. Monda. Let me get this out of the way. Bakersville. I haven't even seen some of these cards, actually. So Baskerville from World Government. Vega Force. Haven't seen that one either. Iron Body. Maybe I've seen a couple people play this. Okay, I actually have this in my deck, Finswick Sanji. I have exactly one copy in my Reiju deck. Okay, Slow Beam Sword. Extremely good card. People are playing it a lot more because of this secondary effect here. Then rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So this may be 2 cost, but any non-Straw Hat leader can really use this Slow Beam Sword to actually do amazing work. We got Koala here. Zoro, green. We got Captain John. Moda. Haven't seen this card either. I guess Ace Leader. And then we got Monkey D. Luffy as our rare slot here. This is the zombie one. Okay, and then we got Egghead Luffy. This is actually a very playable card. It's cool that I get another copy, since considering currently I only have 2. And it's extremely playable. Very good effect. That's actually probably one of the best SRs I could have actually hit here. So pretty happy about that. Gotta put that straight into a sleeve as, yeah. So at Collecticon, actually, I saw this card, and one booth was selling it for $11. I was like, are you freaking crazy? Why 11? So I thought that was one of the things that's like, okay, I need to be very careful when I'm at this con. I need to know my prices and really make sure I I have it under control. Luckily, I was able to find someone that was selling it for $4.50, which is exactly the amount it should be worth, considering on TCG Player it was $5, and if you take out the 13% that TCG Player takes, plus any of the shipping cost, it will be about $4.50. So I felt like that was pretty worth it. So this time we're going for some OP-08, which we have a lot more packs of today, as I haven't seen a lot of these cards as well. Aphilandra, Amazon Lily. It's for Kuja Pirates, which I'm not sure. Does Boa Hancock have Kuja Pirates as a secondary? I know she has 7 Warlords. I'd assume she does have Kuja Pirates, but just no one plays that package. Got Roddy, Kuromamio, okay, Ulti, Chess Marino, or Chess Marimo. Got Charlotte Oven, very playable card for Charlotte Katakuri Leader in OP11. We got Marco Leader, pretty cool. Just gonna put that on the Don. Got Jozu, obviously everyone's favorite character to be put into Don Quixote's deck, and we got King as well for just a rare. And I'm gonna go for the other OP-08 pack, and then let's keep on rolling, keep on keeping on, as I like to say. Got Charlotte Angel, Guernica. Is this a set that has Charlotte Pudding Leader? I think so. Yeah, Charlotte Pudding Leader sounds about right. So there should be a lot of Charlotte support in this one, which obviously Katakuri and oh my god, I don't know if I wanted to see that, not gonna lie. Let's keep going. People's dreams don't ever end. When is this even from? Oh, Blackbeard. Oh, okay, I know where this is from. I was like, where's this even from? And it was when Luffy says he's gonna be king of pirates in front of Blackbeard, but he doesn't really know. Burnblade here. That's for who's his name? Calgara. Okay, we got Dalton, the GOAT of Chopper's Arc. And we got Electrical Luna. Very good card here for Carrot. And some other decks are kind of teching it in because, look at this. All of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. For 3 Dawn. This is basically 10-drop Dofi for 3 Dawn. So, just consider that. Obviously, you can't rest anything 8 or higher, but still, very good card. For actually playability sake. And now we got the last pack here of OP-07. Haven't gotten anything too crazy out of these couple packs here, but that's just the gamble of opening some packs here. Still pretty cool to see some of these characters. Capote, we got Usopp. Haven't seen this card before. Egghead, it seems. Reiju, very unplayable card. You really don't want to be playing that card. Highland of Women. I guess Boa Hancock must have Kuja Pirates as the secondary, but no one plays that package. Got Moda. Atlas, very playable. Ein, okay, I haven't seen this one. 7 drop, 6 cost, no counter. What the? Set the power of up to one of your opponent's characters to 0? Is there red black? I guess red blue Marco, but at the same time I'm thinking about it and it's like red black Smoker. Oh, red black Kobe could maybe play this as Neo Navy, but I don't know if Kobe interacts with Neo Navy. Okay, we got Lilith. I actually really like the art on this card, for reasons. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, I could say what I say. If Oda is also, kind of freaky, that's chill, But still, we got 2 SRs there from OP-07, not too bad. I think we'll open up, yeah, we'll go Volume 1 into Volume 2, so let's see how the opening experience is. Looks like it's going to be pretty chill for me. There's actually a perforation on the top side here that you could just crack open with a nice blade here to get rid of that tape, and just crack this bad boy open. Pull out the nice shell. This is actually a very well constructed package here. It should keep the promos relatively safe. Unlike Pokemon, they use the blister packaging very well instead of just slapping them in there and hoping nothing happens to them. As just gonna remove these 2. They're also in cellophane, so a little bit more protection. And then of course we got 4 packs here to crack through. Pretty much this is a very valuable box as far as actual value is concerned, considering this is 4 packs for the price of 20 bucks. And then on top of that, you do get the 2 promos. So yeah, sometimes the packs are about $4.50, but also at the same time you get the promos, which are definitely going to be pretty good. I'm just going to show these off individually. Here's the bow Hancock, some nice texturing on the background, which is very normal for One Piece. They really do love doing that. And then nice kind of shine on the earrings there. And then here's the Onami. Also very cool texture on the background, more cloudy. Keeping up with the theme of Nami, of course. So now we could get into the packs. We're going to start with Wings of the Captain and then do our 2 OP-08 packs. So this one, I'm not too sure what the chase card is. Looks like we got a leader in here, though. Got Taralon. I think OP-06 has some SPs, the family style ones, if I remember correctly. So those would definitely be something I'd be interested in. Got the Arc Noah. We got the Arc Maxim. Okay, 2 arcs back to back. Got Zio, very playable. White Snake, also extremely playable for Nami. We got Emporio. Okay, we got Uta, red purple. Brook. This is the 6-cost Brook. So not as playable. And then You Ain't Even Worth Killing Time. Pretty interesting. Choose one, rest up to 1, 6 or less, or KO up to 1 that's rested 6 or less. So not that great of an effect, I'm not gonna lie. If I had to guess. Obviously, I don't have the best judgment. But I will talk now about my experience in a more recent local. So actually on Tuesday, so that was 2 days ago, I went to a local with 29 players. At this local, it was a lot of people prepping for Dallas. So, and also this local is pretty notorious for housing a lot of people. So 29 people showed up, and the first place prize was actually a playmat of Buggy and Shanks. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the 2-player one. It goes for like insane amounts of money, but that was the first place prize. So a lot of good players showed up. I'm happy I was able to go 2 and 3 with my Nico Robin. Okay, I feel like that was pretty good showing for me. Unfortunately, I lost to 1 Dofi, 1 Pluffy, 1 purple Luffy, and then also I lost to 1. Who was the first matchup? I'm trying to think. Okay, Pluffy, I won. Wait, did I lose to 2 Pluffys? I think I lost to, I lost to 2 Pluffys, 1 Dofi. A little unfortunate that I lost the coin flip on the first game, so it was pretty cooked against Pluffy. I don't know if you know that matchup very well. And then the next next game against Pluffy, I won the coin flip, but unfortunately for me, they happened to pull 3 Luffy Taros in their first couple cards drawn, which, if you've ever played that matchup, is extremely hard to play into if they do see multiple Luffy Taros. So unfortunately, I couldn't handle the board pressure and I lost. Luckily, I was able to get a win before that with a loot against a Lucci. They had the most unfortunate streak of events where they trashed their Gecko Moria from leader effect 3 in a row. And I was like, okay, I mean, this is pretty much over. And then he used, I forgot whose ability that trashes the top card of deck. It was another Gecko, and that's just GG. So they had to bow out on that one, conceded to me. That was not really me outplaying them. It was just them getting very unlucky. But I did have a pretty commanding board, so I felt pretty okay with the position. They didn't see any Tashigis to actually remove stuff, so pretty good game there. And then, yeah, I lost to that second Pluffy, and then I played against Bello Betty. Unfortunately, Robin does extremely well into Bello Betty because I get to nullify triggers with Banish. And also, I have a lot of, because I catered my deck towards Dofi, I have a lot of removal for low-cost stuff. And Bello Betty is pretty much all low-cost removal, so pretty easy matchup for me. Took that win, and then in the Dofi matchup, I got completely rolled over. He got 3 Jinbeis. That's GG for me. So, still, ended up going 2 and 3. I feel pretty happy with that, with considering the level of that local. So, there's improvement coming. I really do need to win my local with Nico Robin. Or win a local for me to consider playing other decks. That's kind of the restriction I'm placing on myself. I need to prove that I can do it with this deck that I put a lot of time into before I even try kind of adapting to the meta. Okay, we got Carrot here as our leader. Conquest of the Sea, pretty cool card. And then finally we're going to end with a Queen 1-drop. I've never seen that card in my life. Not going to lie. Okay, here we go. Another OP-08 pack. Sorry, long tangent, but it was a pretty cool experience. There was just so many people, and also their AC doesn't work. So between rounds, everyone's going outside just to get some air because it's just so cramped in there. So very weird experience, but honestly, pretty sick. And I like going to these bigger locals. Of course, the chances of me winning are much lower, but still pretty cool. Gonna go to some locals during this weekend. I know a lot of good players are gonna be in Dallas, so maybe a bit of fraudulent victory if I'm able to win there. But gonna try and get that dub for myself here. Got Thatch, Who's Who, rare, and we got Jack. So one of the staple cards here for Blackbeard. Believe it or not. Blackbeard, yeah, Blackbeard runs it for the most part. I think some of the other black decks also run it because you just get to KO stuff, but still pretty interesting here as we're back into OP-06. So we just get through it. Inazuma. We got Ichiji. Oh, this is obviously OP-06 where Reiju comes from. I forgot about that. So I expect a lot of Reiju cards. Maybe we'll get an Alt-Art leader. I still have not pulled a single Alt-Art leader. I pulled an SP before I pulled an Alt-Art leader. I don't know if that's normal. Okay, we got a normal Reiju. We got Kami, Searcher, and we got Hogback as our final rare. So that's going to be that illustration box done and dusted as we go into the next one. The final opening of this session going to be obviously illustration box volume 2, which for me actually is the one I want more copies of because there's a certain card in here which is extremely played in Reiju called Black Maria, and getting a full playset would be pretty freaking cool. So definitely going to be looking forward to that one. So let me just crack this open out of the packaging because there is some tape here. So we just get the reveal up and then pull out these two before anything crazy happens, and then pull out these packs. So not the most desirable packs. I mean, OP-06 is getting pretty old now. Reprints getting less and less likely. I'd say OP-06 still in the realm of getting reprinted just because it's kind of post OP-05, which I felt like was really the hard cutoff for the earlier sets. Here we go, Black Maria. Very cool card. Obviously, better art than the other. But I do like that these are all one artist. This is all shoutouts to Peach Momiko drawing out all of these ones. So we also got Yamato, which I actually also would like because it is playable in green-yellow Yamato. I don't know if it's actually good. I think it's maybe one of the worst Yamato cards. You'd much rather play the 5-drop double attack one. That's green, but still a very interesting option. And with the starter deck coming out, I could really see this being a very solid choice. So awesome promos to actually pick up here. Let's just get into these packs. So we'll do the same exact order as before. 1 OP-06, then we do the 2 OP-08, and that'll be the end of the video. As we're getting on about 30 minutes, which is about average for me, I'd say. I definitely take my time with these ones and make sure you guys have a good experience. We got Rocky, Jigoro, but I will never doubt a Women's Tears. I don't know what scene that's from. Maybe Punk Hazard? Oh, Dressrosa. Pretty interesting. I guess I'll see that soon enough. Sakazuki. Got Douglas Bullet. And Tashigi. Oh, cute. Looking normal. This is like her first look from pretty much when she was introduced, when Kobe was in jail, I assume? Was that when Tashigi and Smoker got introduced? Either way, definitely OG days. Oh, when Zora got his sword, of course. That scene. OP-08, here we go. Haven't gotten anything crazy after the event card that is textured. Got Mushiru. Guernica, Speed Jill. I don't even recognize most of these cards. People's Dreams, Burn Bazooka. I mean, I could really see why this set is not as valuable as some of the other ones. Sleephead, Sheep's Head. Man, I just got a dyslexia moment. Not gonna lie. Charlotte Oven, once again, very playable. Mont Black Noland, very big staple for what's his name? Calgara. I've played a bit of Calgara, just experimenting, and this is a very interesting card. If your leader has the Shandian Warrior type, and you have a Calgara character on board, you just get to add a life. So basically, you could cheat out the 6 cost Calgara, and then you play out the 5 cost and get a life. You know, Calgara's burning life, but this is the way to kind of stem that bleeding. And we got the 9-drop Kaido, another card that gets pretty played in some of the other more rogue style black decks. I'd say like I think Smoker plays it. Not sure actually if Lucci plays it. I haven't really experimented with black, so my knowledge is much lower than some of the other colors. Also, black's also one of those colors that's a little bit more complicated for me, so very interesting. Mont Black Cricket, got Moby Dick, but blue. Chess. Count Niwatori. The staple of the animals, or like some like animals weird fusion stuff. Okay, I'd never shoot you. Maybe one of the funniest arts ever. Good censoring there. I hope I don't get demonetized for that. Charlotte Smoothie. Got Marco. You can't take our king this early in the game. Charlotte Brûlée. This is the scaling one, but you need to have it die, which is actually pretty easy to do, but it is 4 cost 1k power, so not exactly the most optimal. Conquest of the Sea. And then getting, wow, 5-drop Nami. Another playable staple, so I'm going to put this one straight into a sleeve. Unfortunately, I already have the 5, basically the full set of this one, because you pretty much need to play all of them to have enough removal for Dofi. Even then, you might still not have enough, and also, obviously, with Robin, you need the triggers, so Nami has a great trigger with being able to just use that activate main pretty much ASAP. Or not activate main, on play effect, just immediately. So, let's see. Will this final pack bring us anything cool? This is obviously OPO6, so Alt-Art Leader, perhaps? I don't know. I don't even know which slot that will be in. As I said, I haven't pulled one yet. It really could be anywhere. I don't know why these cards keep going crazy. Thriller Bark, so for Gecko Moria Leader. Arkanoa, Hammond, Inuarashi. I think this one's pretty useful as well. Shadows Asgard, haven't seen that. Hody Jones, very interesting card. Okay, just a normal Ichiji here. Got Arlong, and then finally we're going to end with the Dawn. Wow. Okay. You know, not too bad. We got the Zorojuro Sangoro Dawn, which is definitely a little bit better than most of the cards we got today. Not worth that much, as generally there's 2 per booster box, but still pretty cool to pick that up, as I don't actually have this Dawn, and having some of the more cool Dawn definitely, just in my collection in general, my binder, very worthwhile there. So, you know, as far as pulls go today, nothing too crazy. I'd say pretty normal, but let's just go through them as we do. So, we'll just start with the more low rarity stuff. Let's go here. So we got, yeah, obviously the Zorojuro Sangoro, pretty cool. It's not textured, but it does have a bit of a foil. And we got Nami, SP. It's a hit just because, or SR, not SP. It's a hit just because it is playable, so it's worth a little bit more. This is going straight to the collection. Monkey D. Luffy. This is maybe playable, maybe going to go to my collection. I don't know. I currently only have 2 in my Nico Robin deck. So, definitely interesting. If anyone wants to see my Robin deck, I'd be glad to make a video on it and kind of my rationale. But obviously, it's in the state of limbo until I win an event. So, or at a local. So, I'm definitely a little bit tepid on actually kind of showcasing that. As far as Jolly Roger foils, we got Barrier, Ryuma, and Arlong, so nothing too crazy. No cool special Dawn, except this is my first Monkey D. Luffy, which is pretty cool. And then over here in the hits, nothing too insane. Just pretty normal, pretty playable cards, I'd say, at the very least. So definitely worth it to go straight into that trade binder. Jozu, for instance. Got Trafalgar Law for any aspiring law players, and then Charlotte Parasparrow for some fun cheese with Charlotte Pudding. Okay, and then we also got Yamato. This is obviously all the new collection cards. Got Yamato. Also has a pretty cool pattern with the swirls. Black Maria. Onami. Awesome. And then Boa Hancock. So, pretty cool stuff there. The one thing I do like about this Boa Hancock in particular is it really highlights the fact that at the very least this card is a brick in hand. I feel like because the other Boa Hancock 4-drop is so busy, sometimes it's just so busy I just like kind of zone out and think, okay, you know, it has 1k counter as well. I remember I've said that before, so pretty cool. Either way, these are also the Luffy Dawn. Pretty solid. I ended up picking 2 up. So I do have 1/5 of a playset. And then finally we got this textured hollow pattern, or textured foil pattern for the actual Sanji's Pilaf, which is playable in a bunch of blue decks. So pretty cool. And maybe with blue yellow Nami coming out, I might be able to actually play this card. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at the deck list that much, but if there's any card that you could probably squeeze in, it's a Sanji's Pilaf. You know, nothing too wrong with that. But that's it for today's video. A little bit more jam-packed than normal, a little bit jumping around, kind of getting through everything. Definitely a little bit more scattered than normal, not as regimented, not as strict as before. But, you know, that's kind of the nature of it. These are some packs I randomly picked up on a Thursday afternoon that are pretty awesome, and I wanted to share that experience with you guys. So if you liked, please like and comment down below if you want to see my Robin list or you're excited for anything in particular. And then on top of that, if you want to stick up with the channel and really keep up, make sure to subscribe. I expect more content for One Piece. I have a PRB box I've been saving, but I'm not going to do that one just yet. We still got some other stuff in the pipeline to get through. OP-09, I do have another box that I opened up already, but I'm kind of sitting on the recording. I know. But you'll see it soon enough. That one has to get edited still, so definitely doing my due diligence. But once again, I'm always looking for feedback on what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see me talk about decks or doing some sim gameplay from a more beginner's perspective, that's what I can provide you. I can't provide you the super in-depth, super analysis that you'd want, but I'm always open to interact, and every single comment I read and every single comment I try to respond to in some way, shape, or form. In the last one, shout out to one guy who said, a nice Roger, Goldie Roger pull in my PRB box. Or OP-09 box. That was rude, but also real recognizes real. You know, we stay winning here on the Golden Cat channel. Complete cap, but it's still a funny joke just to put in there. So shout out to that guy. Definitely some great vibes from that. So yeah, either way, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you stick around. Golden Cat out.